What's up guys, my name is Dazz, welcome to my YouTube channel. I healed my motor tic. I had it for 20 years, I was ticking for thousands and thousands of times a day, and now I have a peace in my body through holistic and natural methods of healing. On this YouTube channel I am sharing with you my process of healing, where I've got to, how I go about it, what I've navigated, how I've reconfigured my brain in order to let go of this condition. It's perfectly capable. You do not need to take drugs or medicine or pharmaceuticals, things like this. It is capable of healing itself. You just got to get out the way. So in this video we want to talk about the nose tic, and specifically we're going to go deep into this nose tic. And this one particularly because this was my first ever tic, so I wanted to share some insights from my perspective here. The nose tic was one of the first tics that I had back, how old was I? Maybe 12 or 13 years old. And I had before that point certain sort of OCD tendencies, ADHD, like I was a little bit like jittery, scared of being seen by other people. I remember times where I used to just like cut my nails incessantly, constantly, all the time, because I wanted to ensure I cut my nails. I was definitely like on that spectrum, as a lot of people who have tics do, on that kind of slightly odd spectrum. That's the way I like to call it, because I consider myself very weird, and weird is a beautiful thing. So yeah, and so over the course of moving from middle school to high school, within the first year of high school, there's probably the stress of high school. I don't really know exactly why it started, but I did. I started doing this, right? So my body started expressing itself somehow. For me, it was quite embarrassing having this nose tic and twitch. I was labelled at school as twitchy, and I remember some of the kids just looking at me, going like, "What the are you doing? Dude, why are you moving your body like that?" And I'm like, I didn't really know. I didn't really have an answer, you see, which made it even worse. I didn't have an answer to why I was doing it, which made things very confusing to them and to me. It's like, why are you doing that? And I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I don't know. And it really confuzzled me, it stumped me. I was a little bit lost as to why this was happening. You know what? It wasn't that I was lost as to why it was happening. It was more because I couldn't connect with the why, or even that I had been doing it. It was like it was happening in my mind, the conscious part of my body, my beingness, my aliveness, my awareness. The conscious part of me didn't understand. It didn't understand that this thing was going on. And maybe in retrospect, because somebody pointed out in a negative way, what are you doing? It suddenly made me realize I was doing something wrong. Oh, this is bad. I'm doing something wrong. Oh my God, I'm ticking. Oh, this is horrible. Right? Somebody looked at me and said, why are you doing that? It's so weird. And so I took on their judgment, their pain about the thing that I was doing, which I was kind of like oblivious to. It wasn't really a big deal at that point. My body was just moving, so be it. But it was suddenly now I had anchored my motor tic, my nose tic, right, into something negative, and those two had then kind of connected in my brain, in the neural clusters in my brain. Those neurons are forming a connection between them, and now I've associated as a child, kind of oblivious to this, I was a teenager, that it's a bad thing to do motor tic. And that's what I think a lot of people live with. in this world, right? Who have motor tics or nervous twitches, is that we get shamed for the condition, especially Tourette's, right? Especially Tourette's, and how it's still sort of thrown out into the media in a certain way, and it's very considered. It's a judged condition, very judged condition. And so we can loosen that judgment. We want to let go of that judgment. And the path of healing is like connecting to some of those deeply ingrained sort of neurons which were initially fired when I was in my teenage years, when the brain is being formed and sort of created, especially during the teenage years. And those things are then kind of like, pretty sort of well formed back then. And that's why it's continued through much of my life, and I've been on a hell of a journey recently, letting this go. But on your journey too, I need you to understand this: is that healing this tic, we got to go back to the original circuitry of the brain. The original circuitry of the brain. That's what we want to like tap into to heal it. Going back into the initial stories, the beginningness of this motor tic for you. And sometimes there's layers and layers of stories above the original cause that we don't yet understand, and it takes a while of introspective sort of exploration in order to discover it. But for me, this nose tic started with the judgment of somebody else, and then because somebody else judged it, and now we've associated that negativity with the movement my body's doing, now there's a fear associated with it. And whenever like somebody else sees me doing it, because then it was just her, it wasn't just her, it was other people that started mentioning it too. Then it built up this kind of social pressure, right? This social pressure of like this anxiety. Oh, somebody's going to see me do something. Somebody's going to see me move my body in a way, right, that I don't want it to do. I'm actually just worried about what they think. Right? That's where it's coming from. It's like I'm not like beforehand. I wasn't really bothered that I was ticking, right? But then people started mentioning it and judging and shaming me, and now I worry about it. Now I'm worrying about the motor tic, And so this is the journey that many of us who have a motor tic or nervous twitch go on, even Tourette's as well. We hold on to the judgment that other people have sent our way, and thus we feel bad about it. And the trick here, we really want to start letting go of that, letting go of that shame, letting go of it. Allow yourself to be weird and allow yourself to be seen. So with this nose tic that I did for many years, I got so embarrassed by it that I used all my inner strength and created a really fine mind in order to not tick my nose anymore, but I'm going to tick my neck instead. Right. So I used my inner strength to just move the urge to somewhere else in my body. Right. And so now the nose tic stopped. Then I started doing neck stuff. I am 100% sure that if I wasn't shamed or embarrassed by my nose tic, that the tic wouldn't have sort of manifested in different parts of my body. It would have just let go. The being seen aspect of this condition is so intertwined with this healing, the healing part of it. Caring less what other people think and becoming, bringing your power back and owning who you are is a huge part of this healing process in order to let go, let go of a motor tic, nervous twitch, vocal tic, Tourette's. So I wish you the best on your exploration. I'm going to be posting lots more videos on here for you to sort of get a glimpse into my perspective of how I've healed this condition. And I hope these videos really do help you. If they do, or if you have any questions, please drop some comments below and check out the other videos. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to start a dialogue between us, and I'd love to support you in any way I can on your healing journey, because I feel as if there's a lot I want to share here. There's so much I want to share with you, and let's really let go of this thing, because it doesn't have to be part of us forever. And the birds are agreeing with me. Nature is saying yes. Look, if you've watched to the end of this video, I'm just going to give you a little treat, a little view. Check this out. Whoops. Look, I'm just in. It's just beautiful, Got my yoga mat there. But yoga's been an important part, and I'll do a few videos about yoga soon, for sure, and how that's helped me heal this condition. Okay, my beauts, have a wonderful day, and I will be back soon. Ciao.